customers looking at us, and I feel that this will be a good differentiator for customers using our cars.
What kind of volume do you expect for such implements? How many cars you
I
think you
think I
will be
think
able?
right now we have, we are maturing this product together. We are going to test market it in various cities around, and once we do that, I think we will have a business plan together built to take it forward. Frankly.
Okay. Uh, uh, Upal-san, I'll take you to Ayush's case. We see the information is available. We are living in an information age where information is no more dirt. Though information is the most powerful tool, how do you get the information? But do you think this will really create a magic, or this will create a scalable business when you provide information? How effective is it going to be? You interact with the customers, car owners by for a long time. You are India's one of the oldest car manufacturing company. Would you put your bet on this company? Would you like to invest? Because I know that also supports with the fund Mail and Maruti Suzuki. Would you be keen to invest in this particular company? What are the best positive points, or what are the negative points you see there?
Okay, I think Ayush is already our vendor, and for all our Nexa vehicles, the we have removed. I mean, we reduced our owner manual, which was on paper, and moved into the digital front now. And the cost is already paying for it because you're not printing so many papers to give it to customer and leave that in the dashboard of the customer, frankly, and all. Whereas this case, he has all the owner manual in his hand, which is much more interactive and much more immersive. I guess from a customer experience standpoint, this is one of the startup which is already working and already creating value for us as a go to market, or for our customers going forward. And slowly this will cover all our models going forward. And also, as Ayush said, we also have a large audience of our service mechanics, more than 50,000 mechanics, which works at dealership to really repair and manage our cars, and also large number of them in the our authorized service stations and all. So digitizing all the whole the repair manuals and all, and making it more interactive, and instead of locating by flipping the papers around, by then one click you can go to the requirements, and integrating that with your backend support team to really give the real-time feedback with the experts on the backend. I think is a very, very prominent solution for us to go forward and look forward to. And slowly, I think with the Ayush team, we will scale up this whole engagement, not only to all models of ours in owner manual space, but also into the vehicle manual for our mechanics to take it forward. I think, and I see this as a big value addition, because the simple cost of printing or paper removal will just pay for it, even more than that what we are spending on this, actually. So I think it's a good startup, and as we said, this is not only for auto. Going forward, I think it can be implemented in any other manufacturing company going forward. Then really, really good to glad to have him on as a vendor list today.
Okay, now let's move to Sriram. He is co-founder and CEO of DaveAI, artificial intelligence. He is also working on the same, basic business idea. How will you see them? They are trying to
Yeah,
enhance your business sales.
Shriram is from our first cohort. I think we have been working together for a long time, and especially post COVID, rather before COVID, we started the digital journey for our customer to be digitized, and I think with the right kind of AI available to interact with our customer, we were looking for a partner who can help us to do that. And with his solution coming in, already deployed at our customer engagement platform, uh, is really creating a lot of value for us and a lot of efficiencies in the way we manage our customers, and trying to reduce the whole customer life cycle of engagement with a lot of AI on the back end to be very personalized with the customer than really being generic to him. And I think looking forward, not only at our engagement platform at our customer engagement level, but going forward in areas like a service engagement with a customer and all interaction with them, efficiencies of connecting and also taking feedback from our customers. We have a long partnership plan with him to take it forward this discussion, and perhaps we will like to invest in all three of them as we go along, as our process is working right now, and our team is working with all the formalities of evaluations and our internal approval system, and hopefully I think we will be working with all of them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uppal. I'll come back to you once again and understand what all mail program can offer to the future entrepreneurs or those who are toying with new innovative business ideas and they probably want to leverage the support that mail program offers. But before that, let me go to these three young business person who is trying to build their own niche in the mobility space and other business area also. I'll come to you, Naina, Ayush, and Sriram. What were the toughest tasks for you to? Generally, we Indians are immune to doing a 9 to 6 job, probably joining a company. You all are well educated. You could have easily, debarred into a professional life. Why did you choose to be into entrepreneurship? What's been the real kick or driver for entrepreneurship? I'll start with you, Naina, and what would be your message to those who are watching you right now and those who want to be part of this entrepreneurship journey? Naina,
For
over to you.
me, yeah, for me, it's like passion and passion for entrepreneurship. And to some extent, I would call it madness because and it is like you want to take a problem, solve it, and when you see an opportunity, when you see that there is a need for this in the market, when you see that there is a solution like this is not available, and we can make it happen. So that is a point where I just I did a corporate job, and moved out of it, and starting to assistive technology was more like driving that passion for entrepreneurship and for the need and for the community. So that's what I would say. Yeah.
What
And
has
for
been the
the
toughest experience so far? What is something that gives you sleepless night? What is one thing that you think if it was not there, you would have achieved your goal much faster, or your life would have been easy? Is it the availability of funds, or what
um,
is really the big problem? Are the people's
funds.
trust in the new setup, new business?
Yes, visibility, and this is a very these solutions have been there in market in US and in UK, and but it's very niche and very new to the Indian market. Making people aware of solutions like this and making changing the people's mindset in India, where when it comes to disability or persons having difficulty getting in car, is only the thought process is there's only wheelchair or crutches. Nobody thinks beyond that. What beyond wheelchair and crutches? How would a person having a wheelchair go from one place to the other? So he would need assistance somewhere. So that is something that we are still trying to build awareness that there are solutions like this. People can adopt them. People can step out of their house, lead an independent life, contribute to the society, and contribute to their living as well.
What is
Yeah.
your business means? Where are the core demands coming up, and how are you trying to leverage those demands, and what's your target, monthly target or yearly target? How do you plan to sell? How do you target your customers? And
Primarily, it's B2C currently, because we started with the B2B before COVID, and now mobility was hit because people are not traveling to offices. But it's picking up. But B2C is our primary market where customers are looking to step out of their house. There are children who are like disabled and want to finish their education. So there are all kinds of sectors, and most of our majority of our sector is senior citizen who are looking at. And if you see, so many of the senior citizens, their children don't live with them, And these senior citizens want to live an independent life. They want to be able to go to the shopping mall, do the shopping themselves, come back in car. They have the car, but they find it difficult going. So this is the primary market that we are targeting, where we want to have senior citizens and persons with disability. And in terms of
So
uh,
what all do you provide? Suppose I have to get one of such cars. What all
mhm.
you will support us with? You will give the entire seating, everything,
No.
one,
So that is the USP of our product today. So, most of us, if you think of when you buy a car or you already have a car, you don't want the car warranty, nor the RTO certifications, nor the look and feel of the car to be modified in any way. So what we do is we take out the existing seat, we install our mechanism, put back the seat. We are not touching the car seat in any way. So the aesthetics
so
are
on an
remaining
average,
same.
what will be the cost of one such implement
So it is 50K, 50,000 rupees for the Indian market, where we give a 3 years warranty, and
for one?
we yeah, we give a 3 year warranty. We go and install at the customer doorstep, and like I said, it is certified for RTO and uh, your car warranty and
So
insurance as well.
it remains a seat, or it can become a 180 degrees, seat also, or it remains only for sitting, or it can turn into 180-degree also.
So the swiveling is a mechanism. There is an adjustment which we can do. Currently, it swivels 90 degrees, comes out of the door. So it can
Oh,
rotate 180 degrees and turn behind as well. So
oh.
that is possible in the technically in the mechanism. But currently today, there's a need is to have it 90 degrees come out of the door. So it's like a chair where you just sit on it and then move back inside.
Oh.
And
Thank you.
one of the other things is it is very well tested as per ERA standards. So it's very so in those ways the car warranty is also not is intact, and
Hmm.
safety aspects are taken care of.
Ayush, your idea is also very good, and it is environmental friendly also. I don't know you have seen this aspect or not. We
Yes.
waste a lot of paper. That means every page is wasted, is a plant or tree is wasted. So
Mm.
that's the point of view. I think that's a very good achievement. I hope if Maruti implements across its model, I think we'll be able to do a lot of work towards environment also. So
Mm.
that's a fantastic
Absolutely.
idea. I just want to understand from you, same question to you. What is the biggest challenge that you have faced? You are the youngest of the lot. I think you are fresh out of your college and then you have started this entrepreneurship journey. Were you reluctant, or what really drove you to get into this space, entrepreneurship directly? And what are the challenges that you still face?
All right. Yeah. So for me, it was in the college itself when I was in the final year. So there was a problem that I along with my friends we were facing, and everyone was talking about it. It was kind of very different in context that the curriculum of the college is not what it's supposed to be, and it actually applies in the real life. So we just wanted to kind of come and give this feedback to our management, as in the professor, the academic society. For that, there were traditional mediums, but we thought these are not being heard. Just like feedback is not actually acknowledged. So we made a platform where students can come in and type in real feedback about how the academic curriculum is and what they actually expect out of it, so that it can be tweaked and so on and so forth. That platform got viral in the institute, and then we started getting a lot of traction in the college itself. So that is something we which became a seed to, like, we just kept doing it. Like, we have to take this platform ahead, and since it has actual value, it is delivering value, and it is something that people want, so why not just go on with it? So that was, for me, became a platform to start up. And that is what actually, then after a certain iterations, and doing a lot of product development, after 4 5 years, today 5 years in July 2022, we are here with Xane AI. So that is something which led me to start Xane AI. And in terms of the challenges, I
Right
would
now,
say
which one is your biggest challenge? Is it getting the customer, or is it the fund, or getting the talent? What are the problems that you, the biggest problem that you face right now? Do you have any other
yes.
customer apart from Maruti right now?
Yes, yes. So we do serve, apart from automobile industry, we do serve hospitality, we do serve banking, we have Bharat Petroleum, we have banking services, ITC, we have Bosch. So we have certain clients in other industries. However, in terms of the challenges today, I would say it keeps on changing with time, and it's not that just one challenge. I would say it's a chicken egg problem. I would say it's always a chicken egg problem that you have clients. Let's say if you have clients, then you need money to build team, and if you don't have money, then you need clients to get that money. So it's always a chicken egg problem, because everything is correlated: team, clients, money, everything is correlated. So that is, I would say, comes the execution part and the tenacity part, where it actually tests your patience and your survival instinct, I would say, to what stretch and what capability you can stretch yourself. So the challenge, I would say, is more towards, it's everything. For us, like today, it's team building. If we are expanding, I need good talent on my team, right? But getting good talent again is a challenge. But and You can say that a talent can be available for $100,000 a year, but you don't have funds for like that. You can't pay for that amount. So it's a chicken egg problem, and I would say the challenge is to solve these chicken egg problems which come along the way.
Okay. Thank you, Ayush. Sriram, your thoughts on the same aspect?
Yeah, so what drove me is probably um, I think entrepreneurship gives you this unique opportunity to wake up every day with the same passion, which probably gets lost over a period of time. Uh, I shouldn't be saying this with Rajesh San here. I think he's they have an entrepreneurship culture within Maruti Suzuki, so please excuse that part. But overall, I think. Sometimes when you do the same thing over and over, you sort of lose that. I worked in corporate, but it was from there, right? My first job was with Wipro, so I was fortunate to have very limited and brief interactions with the founder there, Azim Premji, and the way that organization was run and the culture was the first trigger of me wanting to build something of my own. And of course, it's not possible without the right team. So I'm fortunate to be, have founded Dave with two amazing people. Right, you always want to work with people who are more intelligent than you, people who've seen the world more than you and know it more than you. So Anand, who's the tech co-founder, Ashok, these are people that I'm fascinated about how they go about their stuff and what they know. So it's always a learning experience. So that's a driving factor, I would
What's
say.
the biggest challenge right now you are facing?
Challenge is
One
about
problem is that you want to
Yeah.
solve right
When
now.
you grow from a team of, let's say, 10 or 12 to 50 plus, then keeping the same momentum, keeping the same culture is one of the biggest challenges. And it's a great challenge to have because you need to hire right, you need to train right, you need to inculcate the same values, right? So I think we learn from organizations like Maruti Suzuki on how, they've scaled their culture, right, across the enterprise. So it's not different when you interact with multiple people, leadership, not leadership. They come with the same zeal and energy, right? Having built such a large enterprise, how do you do that in a small company with limited experience and limited human resources and so on and so forth? So I think the challenge always, like Ayush said, is about hiring right, keeping that culture going. So it's about agility. Why large enterprises work with small companies like ours. So when you scale up, you shouldn't lose that, right? You shouldn't lose the reason why you were able to sell at the first place. So I think having the right work culture, scaling that culture, I think is one of the biggest challenges that we are solving for today.
Okay. Thank you, Sriram. Uppal San, before I get into understanding mail program further, I'll just quickly ask for your rating of all these three, startups on the basis of scalability, affordability, and business viability. 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest. So start with Nana's business, which is assistive technology. How will you rate?
Nabil, you're putting me a tough questions to really work with because all three are my partners and we work equally with all three of them.
But
And
for
and
some time you forget that
my
your partner just play the role of industry expert.
no, that's okay.
Looking at the
But I
market
think
situation, where do you see? Because I heard, Nana talk about 750 million dollars. So that's the market she's now looking at. Uh,
see
and similarly, I see that there is not big market for Ayush also. I think you will not spend billions dollar in creating support for your, for your catalog.
Nabil, I think you're putting me a tough question around. As I said, all three are my partners, and we are ready to invest in all three of them very clearly.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
from our standpoint, I think once we have selected a partner and they are creating value for us, I think our innovation
They
team
they
has
all
done all
stand
the
at the same level.
almost yes.
Yeah,
For
okay.
me, all three are scalable, and all three are, see, end of the day, my experience with working with these guys has been that for me, any investment we do in any of the POCs with any of the startups, payback is less than a year. So I think that way, I think it works very, very well for us investing into these POCs, co-create with them and all, and then implement with them. But yes, before making them a partner, we do a thorough due diligence on that technology, what problem they are solving, how much value they are going to create for us, and so on and so forth. We do all the due diligence together as a senior management team, and then put them through a whole program where our business users mentor them to in a journey to take them forward and all. So for me, all the three are almost at same level, and we'll be ready to invest in any one of them, all three of them rather.
You interact with a lot of startups under mail program. Just want to understand what are the message that you would like to give out to the new startups who are going to come in the market, and probably they might reach you. What are the what would be the nuggets of wisdom that you would like to share with them, that they come better prepared, or they can save their time, or they can check their idea themselves, or they can build a better idea or a stronger idea that doesn't fail? Because we see a lot of startups fail, very few of them achieve the target they put out. So what would be your message, and what is the general trend? Which are the area mostly you see that startups are working nowadays?
Okay, I think we are looking at startup ideas from all range of the whole life cycle of vehicles. So, especially all the technology areas around, maybe if it is artificial intelligence or big data and blockchains and or second is the huge car areas like connected car, telematics, and the EV and related areas. And also, so I think for us the whole technology space is something looking at, and that too again in the whole of the whole ecosystem of our business, whether it is sales, it is manufacturing, it is after sales, and also I think domain for us is huge. So the message for me is for all the is a real life business problem need to be solved for us to look at that and all. So any ideas and all should solve a real life problem for any enterprise, or for me, for any customer. How I can add value to that customer is the whole around. So more than a technology, use of technology to solve real life business problem is the whole the idea stage need to work together with our partner community, and idea is that with that solving problem, how much value you are generating for us, maybe apart from things, we are working with a startup now where we are improving efficiency of a workshop, doing service for our customers. Now, if we improve that efficiency, the dealership get more revenue out of the same workshop infrastructure and work on that. So, maybe Ayush side or Naina and all, in all those cases, end of the day, business value for the customer or user need to be created, and that monetized value of that should be scalable going forward. And if it is a cross industry platforms, I think the total pie become bigger, and then you can get out of that whatever required and all. I think idea using technology creating business value is the whole mantra we look at that. So we are giving in our mail program various problem statements to our partners. May we request people to visit our website marutisuzukimail.com, where based on that problem statement, if young entrepreneur want to think on any idea, we will be more than happy to work, co-create the solution, and make that go to market along with all of you.
What are the support do you provide to these startup, funding, infrastructure? What all you provide? What kind of help they get from under mail program? And what is the criteria? How they can get into? If you could let the viewers know in brief.
Okay, I think we run one cohort every 6 months, so it's two cohorts in a year, where based on our ideas, we ask any startup idea venture to come and propose your solution to us. We give work with them to create a POC, which is demonstratable and over there. A senior management team from our company sits together and all evaluate those shortlisted people, and we run a competition among them and declare first, second, third, and what you're seeing, all three are the among the top three in the various cohorts we are done with them. So once you are selected, then you are onboarded as the paid POC by us. And along with the paid POC, we work, our senior domain people in that respective area work with you, help you to create that solution and implement that in our working area. So together we work. We have a space where we can sit together and we have a incubation center here in Gurgaon where you can come and work with us over there and build that solution for us. And once that whole POC is done, the if the POC is successful, you are onboarded as a vendor, and then as any other vendor, we work with you, and we horizontally expand that to all the areas in the company going forward. So POC may be started in one corner, but then we try to scale up that in the whole company in various use cases we can develop from that technology going forward. I think there's a long process we have built right now, and as an organization, we have matured that process to really be effective going live, because the large enterprise always have a problem of that rigidity of working with startups and working on that. I think of late our innovation team has worked with all the startup companies and created that whole process which is much more agile, much more flexible, and which is more toward the value which we are looking forward to from the program.
Upalsan, do you come as do you fund these startups in terms of only making them as a partner or vendor, or do you also fund based on equity also?
We have a fund approved by our board for putting equity into that. So anybody who's shortlisted run through our whole process of evaluation based on the size, the pricing, and also we have a team of finance who does all the due diligence on each one of them, and based on that we invest also into that.
So what kind of fund you have earmarked for these kind of initiatives?
Mm, we have today almost 20 crore available to us to really fund into these startup companies.
And how much you have funded so far?
So a lot of startup discussions are WIP, and I think we will be issuing check very soon on many of them.
Oh, that's wonderful. I must appreciate this, initiative that Maruti Suzuki, being the leader in the automobile space, has taken really this great initiative that is going to build the future of mobility industry rightly. Thank you so much, Naina, Ayush, Sriram, and Mr. Uppal for joining ET Auto Startup Adda, a station for innovation. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching ET Auto. Do tune in to ET Auto for all kind of news analysis, and see you next week with another episode of Startup Adda with another founders and experts. Till then, take care. Goodbye.